back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman, coming from, Auxiliary Studio A. We should start calling it that. It's actually the garden level of the Holman house. But we have a couple of very special people on today. You will know and be very familiar with Jennifer Deamud. She's the Chief Operations Officer for Kinexus Group and the former Executive Director of MGA. And we also have the new director, the Executive Director of MGA, Manufacturing Growth Alliance, Elizabeth Bernhard. And so with that, let's start with what's going on here, Jennifer.
Well, Chris, first, thank you so much for having us on your show today. It's always a joy to have a conversation with you and your audience. So my role has shifted a little bit with MGA. So I am now the Chief Operating Officer of Kinexus Group, who is the parent company of the Manufacturing Growth Alliance. So I'll still be engaged, but I'm handing over the reins to Elizabeth, whom your audience will meet in just a few moments.
Well, it's kind of interesting because I see you always on an upward climb here, Jennifer. And so I'm afraid I don't want to lose you. So I want to make sure that Elizabeth has you on periodically. And of course, we work on a lot of different stages anyway. So Elizabeth Bernhard, welcome to the Michigan Business Network. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much, Chris. I appreciate being on your show. I look forward to launching the podcast with you.
Well, we look forward to that too, and hopefully a lot of years here in this great show, Lead Strong, or Build Smart and Lead Strong. Jennifer, Elizabeth, give us a little bit of your background, if you would, and how you came to this position.
Absolutely. So I have been with Kinexus Group, as Jen said, the parent organization of the Manufacturing Growth Alliance. So I've been with a fellow subsidiary, Youth Solutions. I've been with the organization since 2019. And I led the statewide employer engagement initiative to connect youth across the state to industries and to employers across our state, including the manufacturing industry. And when this position became available with MGA, it just seemed like the perfect fit. Prior to being with Youth Solutions, I was at Kalamazoo Valley Community College. I was the Director of Career and Continuing Education, where I led talent solutions and connectivity with manufacturers, helping them create industry-driven training programs that would help them get the talent that they were looking for.
It's kind of interesting. I can relate to a little bit of your background. I was at one time a dean at Lansing Community College and in charge of workforce development. So it's kind of the same genre, and it does give you access to and relations with a lot of manufacturers in your area.
Precisely. Yes. In the Kalamazoo area, we had the Advanced Manufacturing Career Consortium, and I know that the Capital Area Michigan Works has a similar one. And so my job is to connect with these consortiums all around the state who are already doing great work with manufacturers and looking to see how we can bolster their efforts and complement them.
Well, Elizabeth, we look forward to not only your good work in that direction, but a lot of broadcasts in the future. Jennifer, you've been broadcasting with us for a while now, and you brought great profile to that manufacturing community. Tell us a little bit about maybe reflection and maybe where you see manufacturing going.
Yeah, Chris, I am so passionate about manufacturing and specifically second stage companies across the state. A little self-reflection is we are in a sea of change for all small business, and that is not different for manufacturing. As we look at how manufacturing is going to advance, we're looking at those Industry 4.0 technologies, as well as creative solutions for talent acquisition. And that's where Elizabeth is going to come in and really support manufacturers at a whole new level, both with Industry 4.0 and talent.
Well, it's interesting. Our Michigan Future Business Index has shown for about 3.5 years, excuse me, that the number one challenge for business is talent. Now, it just got eked out as number one by inflation, but that's kind of an aberration right now. And still right behind that is talent. So that's where our solutions need to be. Give me a little idea, Elizabeth, of what you think might be some solutions here.
Well, Chris, that's a great question. And every industry across our state is facing the same challenge. Ultimately, it comes down to industry sectors being willing to work together and combine resources put their heads together and figure this out together. Our employers cannot continue to steal from one another for a few cents more, $1 more per hour, or even $5 more per hour. There have to be other solutions. And that solution, first and foremost, is collaboration. The next piece that I think is essential for our state is we need to consider populations who have often been overlooked. This could be returning citizens. This could be marginalized youth. This could be international talent that would love to come to the States on a visa to support our manufacturers. So I will be bringing in lots of experts to help to work with me to help our manufacturers become competitive with the talent that they need.
Well, listen, Elizabeth, Jennifer, I can see us both hand in hand going into DC with a big banner that says, hey, immigration reform.
Yes.
That's a big part of what we need right now as well. Well, listen, we are looking forward to, as I said, years with you, Elizabeth Bernhard, current executive director of the Manufacturing Growth Alliance. And want to thank you, Jennifer, so much for your years of broadcast and what you bring to that manufacturing sector. Thanks for having been with us all this time, and I will not let you disappear.
Chris, I'm staying right in your back door, so we'll be collaborating on many other things for years to come.
There you go. Well, thanks so much, Jennifer and Elizabeth. Look forward to Elizabeth also being the new host of Build Smart, Lead Strong right here on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman. You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. We'll be back with